For thousands of years, humanity has fixed its eyes on the sky. The sparkling lights between the stars, the mysteries hidden in the endless void, have always ignited human imagination. Ancient civilizations projected myths onto this unknown, turning the stars into gods. But among everything that has been told, there is one name that continues to evoke fear and curiosity, even thousands of years later. Nibiru Planet. Nibiru Planetis, a mysterious planet believed to cause unimaginable catastrophes when it approaches Earth. Each of its arrivals marked the end of an era and the beginning of a disaster. You may remember that in the recent past, especially in 2012, a rumor spread across the world and took everything by storm. The Mayan calendar was ending on December, and this date was said to signal an apocalypse triggered by the approach of a gigantic Nibiru planet. The feared catastrophe did not happen. The world did not end yet. The legend of Nibiru continued on without slowing. So, is this just a coincidence? Or is there a great secret being kept from humanity? Even though NASA says there is no such planet, scientists are still searching for a mysterious ninth planet that we have yet to identify. Prepare yourself for a chilling journey from Sumerian tablets to the present day. Because what you're about to hear may surprise you quite a bit. During those critical days of 2012, the name Nibiru appeared in the shadows of doomsday scenarios. The widely spread theory was this: the giant planet Nibiru approaches Earth every 3,600 years. It shakes the magnetic field, triggers earthquakes and tsunamis, and disrupts the climate. This rumor spread so widely that many people were affected, from Hollywood stars to famous business figures. In Turkey, however, there was a particularly interesting location linked to this panic: the small village off Sirens in Izmir city. According to the rumors, only 2 places on Earth would remain standing during the apocalypse, and one of them was Sirens. Thousands of foreign tourists and even some celebrities flocked there. Hotels were full. People believed that Sirens' ancient energy and sacred protection would allow them to survive the catastrophe. NASA repeatedly declared that there was no planet called Nibiru, but some people thought they were lying to prevent mass panic and remained unconvinced. Articles, books, and doomsday survival guides online all pointed to the same thing: a disaster coming from the sky and the return of Nibiru. The 2012 tension passed, and the world continued spinning. But the fear didn't vanish. Speculators kept claiming that the date had been miscalculated and continued giving new ones: 1997, 2003, 2007, 2008, 2016, 2017, 2018. And none of these dates resulted in anything. Yet there are still hundreds of thousands, even millions of people who insistently believe in the existence of this planet. So where did this name Nibiru come from before it became a force that influenced millions in the modern era? One of the oldest civilizations in history, the Sumerians left us countless pieces of information on clay tablets. There was a word on these tablets, Nibiru. Its literal meaning was the one that crosses or crossing point. Sumerian priests did not describe Nibiru, Stera, as an ordinary star or planet, but as a cosmic force standing on the thin line between chaos and order. Thousands of years later, in the 20th century, a researcher named Zecharia Sitchin gave this word a completely different meaning. According to Sitchin, the Sumerians spoke of another planet in our solar system beyond the ones we know, Nibiru. He claimed that this planet approached Earth every 3,600 years. But Sitchin's theory did not end there. According to him, Nibiru was not only a planet but also the home of beings who came from there: the Anunnaki, the ones who came from the sky. The claim was this: the Anunnaki came to Earth to solve problems on their own planet. They were searching for gold to repair their atmosphere, okay? And humans were created to serve them, to collect gold for them, okay? In the tablets, these beings descended from Nibiru, the place where heaven and earth meet. The creation of humans was described with a process similar to genetic engineering, combining the blood of the Anunnaki with the bodies of primitive beings. According to the theory, the Anunnaki visited Earth each time their planet approached. Every 3,600 years and throughout history, humanity saw these beings as gods. So, how should we approach these claims? We know that the only one who created humans and breathed a soul into them is Allah the Almighty. Therefore, the idea that the Anunnaki created humans is unacceptable. However, if beings from beyond our world visited Earth in ancient times, it would not be unreasonable for humans to mistake them for gods. Perhaps the Anunnaki really were extraterrestrial beings, but they deceived people into believing they were divine. If Nibiru really exists, where is it? According to Sitchin, Nibiru is at the outer edges of the solar system, with a very long and elliptical orbit. This orbit brings it close to the inner regions, every 3,600 years. But there is a major problem in Sitchin's interpretations. When we look at Sumerian myths, the word Nibiru does not appear as a planet. The planet Sitchin calls Nibiru is actually referred to as Marduk in the Sumerian and Babylonian epics. This is where the Enuma Elish epic comes into play. According to scientists, this epic may describe real celestial events rather than being a purely fantastical story. According to this story, Marduk, Nibiru, destroyed Tiamat, the dragon of chaos, and brought order. Marduk shot Tiamat with an arrow and shattered her. Then he split Tiamat's body into using one part to create the heavens and the other to create the earth. There is a scientific parallel to this. The late heavy bombardment described in the NICE model. Nearly 4 billion years ago, the solar system entered a chaotic state, and planets were bombarded by intense meteor showers. Another theory suggests that there once was a planet between Mars and Jupiter that shattered and formed the asteroid belt. According to some sources, the true meaning of Nibiru is the one that crosses or crossing point, meaning it may refer not to a planet but to a gateway or portal in the heavens. This aligns with the path to God concept, found in mythologies and divine religions from Enoch's fiery gate to Sidrat al-Muntaha, mentioned in the Quran. So, how does modern science view this story? Although NASA denies Nibiru, the scientific community is still searching for a celestial object known as Planet 9, Planet X. This could be a massive planet in the farthest regions of the solar system whose existence cannot be directly observed but whose gravitational effects can be detected. This search dates back to the 19th century, when anomalies in Uranus's orbit led to the discovery of Neptune. Astronomers like Percival Lowell in the early 1900s suggested that anomalies in Uranus's and Neptune's orbits were caused by a large mass farther out, naming it Planet X. Even today, some believe there may be a force affecting the orbits of the outer planets and even Halley's Comet. Some researchers claim that scientists know this planet exists but hide it to prevent public panic. They argue that the approach of Nibiru aligns with the sky signs that humanity has historically associated with doomsday. But here, scientific facts weaken Sitchin's claims. If Marduk Nibiru is so far away and on such an elliptical orbit, the lack of sunlight would make the formation of life, let alone advanced technological beings, nearly impossible. Also, there is not a single record in history that matches the claim of a planet approaching every 3,600 years. If such a massive planet entered our solar system, the destruction would be beyond imagination. Massive earthquakes, asteroid impacts, and orbital disruptions. There is no evidence that anything like this has happened in the last 3,600 years, whether Nibiru is real or simply symbolic. It has left us a mystery stretching from ancient Sumerian tablets to modern astronomical calculations. Ancient civilizations and myths constantly tell us to look up at a single point in the sky. In many cultures, the dwelling place of the gods, the heavenly realms associated with the star Sirius. Is it truly the place where the gods of ancient cultures, the supposed extraterrestrials, lived? Or was it simply a bright star that caught human attention? We cannot answer that question for now. But one thing is clear: the ancient knowledge of the Sumerians, the Anunnaki, and their planet Nibiru reminds us that human power is limited and that we are but a tiny speck in the vast universe. Let us not forget The only one who created the universe is Allah, the Almighty. Neither the Anunnaki nor Nibiru or any other force can move even a single leaf without his will. Yet when we look at the sky, the mixture of curiosity and fear makes us ask, what if Nibiru is real? Time will tell. Pray that people like Zecharia Sitchin are completely wrong. Because if such a massive planet with a reverse orbit does indeed exist and one day re-enters the system, then we're all in serious trouble. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to check out the hundreds of striking videos on my channel. That is the best way you can support its growth. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.